and we would like to welcome you to the Investor Agent Program. It will impact and extraordinarily make a huge and profound difference in your life from here on out. We have already committed to making a difference in your life. You also must commit to making a difference in your life. And you also must commit to doing the things that we ask you to do. Why? Some of it may be a bit uncomfortable. We may be asking you to stretch. We may be asking you to step outside of your comfort zones. Are you committed to doing that? Are you committed to facing your fears and maybe doing some things that may be a bit worrisome or a bit scary? Dorothy, are you willing to do that as well? Dorothy's been ready. Dorothy's been ready. So with that being said, there's a lot of what ifs. What's next, what's next, what next? Obviously, we're coming into the holidays. Okay, so we do have that to contend with. One of the questions was, when's our next bus tour? Not sure exactly what it's going to be. Weather's going to hinge that, obviously. But you will be getting emails from, not only from Next Stage, probably Anisha, right? We'll be sending out most of the communication. Anisha's probably going to be your point of contact. So, Sid, I'm actually going to ask you now, as the agent part of it, okay, the agent part of it, what is next for them? What do they now need to do to either get, how many, you have already have your license, so you need to get your license. Okay, you have your license, need to get your license. Okay, all right, great. So these three need to get their licenses. So what is the very first thing they need to do?
Excuse me, also Jeremy signed up today, but I don't see him here, so just letting you know.
He's a licensed agent,
Okay.
Biker.
Okay, so these three need to get their license. So do they need to set up an appointment and come into the office to meet with Anisha first? Can you share with them exactly what they need to do now so they know this week coming up what they need to do?
Okay, all right. So first of all, congratulations. All right. The first thing is to come in, schedule a one-on-one, and then we can sit down and figure out what is the best plan of action, because his action might be a little bit different than yours. Okay. And there's different places where you can take real estate classes to get your license. So some are online, and some are actually when you go to the school itself. So what I recommend is to go to the school, go to the actual classroom, and the reason is because you'll have 30, 40 other students that have a lot of questions. And most of the teachers, okay, most of the instructors are there to help you succeed and help you pass. So they do a lot of examples, they do a lot of role play, they do a lot of scenarios, like real scenarios, to help you to get to where you can pass your exam. So it depends on where you guys are located, to find the closest place that offers the classes.
And Anisha will help them with that.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the best way for them to get in contact with Anisha?
Just email us information, and you guys get our cards and stuff?
No.
Okay, so pass out the cards, and then email us, and then from there, we'll
Set up an appointment.
set up an appointment for you guys to come in, and then let's sit down for at least 30 minutes to 45 minutes to really figure out, okay, what is your why? We talk about the why, like why are you doing this, right? What is your purpose? And then once we figure that out, and then we can sit down and customize a plan. Because some people are going to have more time than others. Other people may have a job. So his plan might be a little bit different than yours, and vice versa. So we'll sit down and go over all that.
Okay, so that's the very first step. Okay? Dorothy has her license, just like Jeremy was someone else.
Okay.
So what is the very, and this has got to be done immediately because she wants to go out and look at homes, okay? What does she need to do, like, right now to get her license from where it is to you?
Well, there's a form on the state website.
On the state board, when you go online, if you log onto the state board, it's like a transfer. I think it's like a small fee, like a $5, I think, to transfer your license.
Yeah.
But it's automatic, and what it does is it automatically sends an email to the broker of record and says, Mrs. Blah 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 has transferred their license.
Right.
And so they'll notice send your license back, and then you'll get a new license will be sent to the office that you're putting on record.
Okay, so Dorothy, would it be easier for you to set up an appointment with Anisha and in the office she helps you get it done, or would it be easier for you to talk to her on the phone and she walks you through on the computer to do it?
It'd be better, because the thing is, she also needs to meet with, see, every new agent comes in, needs to meet with the broker also.
Yep, okay,
So the broker, Johnny Baker, is our broker. So it'd be better you come in, you sit down, we go through the paperwork, go through the process. You have a chance to meet with the broker, and the broker can help you answer additional questions as well. And then from there, we could get you coded properly, get the right information.
okay. So you wanna email them and get an appointment set up where you can go in. Now, her husband also has a license active, but wants to go inactive or completely, probably inactive, right? Or on
Inactive,
referral
right,
status.
or just, he wants out.
Inactive.
Inactive.
So
Just
if you could help
I can help with that
her-
part.
If you
I
could
can help with
help
that part.
her to get her husband inactive,
Sure.
that would be great, okay? So you just email them, they're gonna set up an appointment, you're gonna go down to the office, and they're gonna help you get everything done.
Where you
I can
guys
help you.
Largo, Maryland.
Can you give everybody the address?
It's 1300 Mercantile Lane.
It's not on the card if that's what you're
It's
looking for.
MERCANTILE, Mercantile Lane,
Right off the Beltway.
Largo, Maryland, 20774.
No,
The zip code?
you need a pen?
right by the Kaiser Permanente building?
Yeah, right by the Kaiser.
Industry law, or is it right in town?
I think it's, both,
It's like Technology Way and Mercantile, right by Apollo.
right off of 202.
Right off- Yeah.
Straight.
Well, just go straight.
When you turn the Kaiser building, it's straight, it's literally straight.
Yeah.
I think the driveway, you go right there and the driveway's right there.
And what is the suite?
139.
Suite
I.
139.
Suite 139, I.
I. The letter I.
You know what I meant to say, Lacey.
Suite 139,
I.
Two eyes.
Two
Two
eyes.
eyes.
Underscore or?
Okay. Very, 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 very easy to get to. So you're going to send them an email. They're going to respond back to you and set up an appointment for you to come into the office to meet the broker and to meet with Anisha to set up your personal game plan and strategy. And to answer any and all questions. And if you currently have a license, they will help you and walk through you with the exact process to do what you need to do. And it's done, it's automatic, okay? They will then set up with you, your mentor, and what the process is gonna be from the agent side, okay? So that's one piece of this program. The other part of the program is District RIA. You are already a Deal Maker Plus. Once Vicky, you get all of these benefits that are on the far right corner, far right column. Once Vicky gets you set up into our system, you will be receiving emails and different updates about things that you need to do for your membership login. What about the customizable websites, Vicky, Realty Track, all those extra bonuses? How does that work?
They'll be getting emails of all that, and I need these guys to please be patient. It may be Monday before you get it. I have an extremely busy weekend. So it'll probably be Monday before you get the emails for all those other add-ons.
Okay, and the email that you need to write down for support on the District RIA side is support@districtreia.com. reia.com. That will go directly to Vicky. So if you have questions about membership, about the emails, about Realty Track, about anything related to the education and the membership of District RIA, you contact us. Do not contact us about all the broker agent stuff. Okay, that's what Next Stage, Brickfront Properties, Anisha, Sid, Clint, that's everything that they're gonna handle there. So does that make sense? There's two sides.
Yes.
you are going to be immersed in a lot of information. I guarantee you, your heads are gonna spin. You're gonna be immersed in a lot of education from District 3. I guarantee you, your heads are gonna spin. Be present with it. Take it all in, network, be committed to this, come to as many of these educational events and opportunities as you can, and really get out there and start making this happen for you. Because the more you put into it, the more you're gonna get out of it. Does that make sense? Okay. Questions that you have? Frank?
On the, once you get your license, how much, you said there's no monthly fee for your license, is there a yearly thing? Like, what's your
So,
license with you?
once you get your license, right, you have to be part of a board. So
Okay.
you can be part of the G card or the PG card.
I'm gonna stop you. That is called a board of realtors, and that board, as you said, you have to be a part of. And there's boards everywhere. You have Anne Arundel County Board of Realtors, Howard County Board of Realtors, Baltimore Board of Realtors, GCAR, which is the Greater Capital Area Association of Realtors, which covers Prince George's County, Montgomery County, and DC. Okay, so depending on where you live and depending on what markets you want to focus on, you need to then figure out with your coach, with your mentor, what board you want to join. And you can add on different boards.
You can, but the thing is, that it's not needed.
Right,
But
it's
if
not
you-
needed.
You know, as long as you got access to one of the boards, and the main thing is to be able to get into the properties using a central lock key. And most agents today are not using lockbox combinations anymore. They're going more to central lockbox.
So you will have to join a board. That board fee is prorated based on the month. So obviously it's next to nothing in December. January, it's gonna be for the full year,
Which is?
which is,
Well, to join G card, it's $700 for the year. Okay. But the thing is, the benefits that you get for joining the board is you get a lot of materials, a lot of education stuff. Okay.
additional
In
education.
addition to what we're doing, but also it gives you that ability to become a real tour. Okay. Because right now what they've done is the G card, all the boards, and the National Association of Realtors have really tightened up. So anybody that's an active agent has to be affiliated with the board. If you're not, they kick you out. So they've really changed their policies. So next year they're gonna make it more tight and rigid.
And one of the things you'll want to consider as an investor agent, if you don't already have an LLC or some form of an entity, you will want to talk to a tax professional to find out which entity structure would be best for you. It's usually the LLC, but you may have a different situation. You create that entity, even if you're a single sole member, LLC for example, because, for example, the board of realtor, to join a board, that now becomes
Right on.
a business rental. It's a business expense, okay? So now you also are tapping into the tax benefits by being your own boss, having your own business. Even if you don't go out and do deals, for example, in the first year, that doesn't mean that you still can't itemize and deduct these types of expenses, okay? So I want you to start thinking in that mindset too. As a business, you may not have your LLC yet. Don't get all wrapped up into it and worried about the name and all that. That doesn't matter. But these business fees or costs that will be associated, they're usually one time. So you have MRIS, which is the Multiple Regional Information System, which gives you immediate access to all of the properties online on Meris, on MRIS.
But
Is there a fee for
MRIS, yeah, but MRIS, let me back up, just touch on what Taylor just said. What I tell all my agents is you're not just an agent, you're actually the CEO of your own business. Okay, that's number one. So when you sign up, whatever fees you pay, whatever marketing fee, you're writing everything off. I haven't paid taxes in 7 years. and the things I use real estate.
You should reword that slightly.
But no,
Like you haven't had a tax liability in
Yeah.
7 years.
but the thing is, it's true. But the thing
It's
is, if you,
it's a slight different
But if-
wording,
but-
but it's
but if
it
you
means
use-
all the difference in the world.
yeah, it does. You're right. It does
Especially
make a
since
difference.
it's
No, you
being
have no.
recorded
I haven't had a tax liability in 7 years.
I haven't had tax liability.
There
But
you
the thing
go.
is,
You got amnesia.
yeah,
Some people will infer something different from that. You know what I mean?
but that's what I'm trying to tell you. Everything that you're paying today, everything that you're investing, this is just an investment. It's an investment in you, and you can get it back. It's just a matter of allocating it properly on your taxes, right? So that's what I'm trying to drive to. But number one, you are your own CEO, you are your own business owner. So you guys have to look at it from that perspective. So the tools that you buy to help you succeed, the tools that you get like the MIS, the tools that you get like the G card, get your license, these are all tools. That's what allow you to get to what we've been talking about today. These are all necessary tools that you need to make yourself different.
And with MRIS, it is a quarterly fee of $165, but there are ways of being able to get into the MLS system as an assistant if need be for a couple months or a quarter. You know, I mean, there are ways that we can support
Yeah.
you to be able, you know, to help offset that.
Now here's the other thing. The other thing is if you guys don't, we're starting a referral business. It's called referral network business. All right. So what does that mean? That means you could go and get your license. You can become active. Okay. But if you don't have all the dues to pay, like the G car and MRI, all these different fees, you can still get your license to be active and put it on as a referral.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so what that allows you to do is that allows you to build up money so you can go full time as a real tour. Okay, so if you become active, you find somebody who wants to buy a house, and you refer it to somebody that's an active full time agent, they do the transaction. You can now legally get a referral fee, and it's usually 25%. Okay, so if it's a $10,000 deal, right, you get, after everybody's paid out, you get 25% as a referral fee. Now, so if you do that 5 or 6 times, then you can build up your reserves, then you can go and pay the dues and then become like a full-time real tour. Right, that's another option. That's like option number 2. Okay, so again, it depends on everybody's goals. Depends on if you want to do a full-time, part-time, where you are with your situation.
Or you want to be the investor who's out there doing a lot of investment deals and you want to use the agent as a tool, or you want to be an agent and use your investment knowledge, you know, to support that.
Right.
That's why this session of sitting down with them and going over what your specific strategy is going to be totally different from everybody else. And there's no right or wrong. It's what you want and what you need in your life. So you need to be thinking about that too. You know, where are you? What are your goals? Short-term goals, long-term goals, so that they can help structure what that plan is going to look like for you.
I just want to clarify, but you have to go and pass your test.
Oh,
Yes.
you have to
No, so
become
you have
active.
to pass your test and be active.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And then you just go into referral status.
Going to referral status. Okay. Because that was my question, because you know I have a lot of relationship with real estate agents, and I'm trying to figure out how that's going to affect my relationship with all the other agents I have if I become a full-time realtor. So that's the thing the issue I'm most
Well,
concerned about.
see now, you're not an agent now.
No, right.
So right now, as you refer deals to these people, are you getting it for free? No, you're not. But once you become
I
an
get
agent,
Pizza and cookies and gift baskets.
but now once you become an agent, legally they can, on the HUD 1,
Right,
they
right.
can put that on there.
Right,
They can put that on there.
So if you're not, don't pay all the dues and stuff like that, you can't get like your commission. You have to refer it, right? Is that what you're saying?
Right, so if you don't join the board, and you just pass the test, and you become active, okay, then you won't get the full commission, you'll get a referral fee.
The
But
board
it gives you
is due on
time.
upfront
You know.
already. I mean,
Which-
Yeah, the
that's
board,
everything.
board
Which,
is due now.
I'm sorry, Sid. I know you're presenting these 2 different options as a full-blown agent versus a referring agent. But a referring agent, I know some people that is their desired chosen business model, not as a stepping stone to become a full agent, but they prefer a referral business because they're working their investor business and they're they have a pipeline of leads, they have a funnel of leads, and they want to focus on rehabs,
That's right.
and they want to just refer out all the deals that don't fit their qualifications. And that's their business model.
Right.
It's not like that's their business model and they're working toward being a full. They don't want to be a full time. It's all about, like Tammy said, what you want and what's going to fit your lifestyle.
And that could change.
Yeah.
So you may want to be a full-time referral agent right now, but you get to a point in a couple years or something happens, you know, and you decide you want to, you know, refer your business out, or you get laid off, or, I mean, Lord only knows, you know, the things that could happen in life. You have the flexibility to do whatever you need to do, and have the team to support you to do it.
And I would just add that as an investor agent, one wholesale deal should pay for all your fees.
That's
for the
right.
year.
Oh, yeah.
You should. Of course, so in your team, do you have people who are certified, distress certified,
CDPE.
CDP, thank you.
She's
You are,
right
Yeah,
there.
I not did my CDP class as well.
okay. So I mean, everybody may not know what that means, so I was
Certified
And-
distress expert.
certified distress expert, thank you.
And you are gonna have continuing education requirements, 15 hours every 2 years, okay? There's so many ways to get that done. Please do not get stressed out about it. You can go to the colleges, they have lists and resources out the wazoo of where you can go. My favorite personally is Professional Development Institute, PDI. It's in Silver Spring. You go online and Google Professional Development Institute of Maryland. They have classes every day, month-long, year-long, and you could go and take one ethics class, one legislative update class. You could go and take 3 classes. You could go and take 6 classes, or you could do what I do, and once every 2 years, I take 15 hours in one day, from 7 in the morning to 11 at night. Bam, it's done, my CECs are out of the way, and I'm done for 2 more years. Any way you could possibly imagine having to go get your CECs, PDI offers it, and it's not expensive. They're right off of University and Beers Mill, University in Georgia, right there.
He moved now. He's in,
Oh, he did?
yeah, Carl.
Oh, I didn't know he moved.
Yeah, I'm actually talking to him. I was just telling Andre. One of the things I'm talking to him about is to do our classes, our real estate classes. So once we have at
Oh.
least 10 or more students, like
We
there's-
can do CECs.
well, CEC as well as the actual getting your license classes. But we need to get at least 10 students or more, then
We
they'll
have
provide,
7.
they'll provide an instructor to come down, and then we can have our own session.
Private classes.
Right. But it's something we're working on.
Very cool. Very cool. So PDI has been very good to me. They're great, their educators are great, the classes are fun, they're small like this, you get all your CECs, you'll know when you gotta get them, and so you're gonna get that education, you're gonna get the educational opportunities from the board that they offer that you'll get to attend for free. You're gonna get the education that Sid and I are gonna be doing at Next Stage, totally separate classes that we're gonna be doing there. Then you've got all the education from District RIA. You have got so much knowledge and education to be able to tap yourself into.
But the goal is not to just get educated and come up with a master's degree. It's to take this knowledge and actually go home and do something with it, right? So one of the things that we do in our first session is we sit down and figure out how many hours you got. You got 20 hours a week, 40 hours a week, 10 hours a week. And then what are you gonna do with your hours? So one of the things I mentioned earlier was time management. Right, so we all got 24 hours in a day. It's how we spend our time. Right, so if you say, okay, I'm gonna spend 2 hours towards my marketing, or 2 hours of receiving, you making cold calls or whatever, but you gotta be consistent with it. And that's one of the things we're gonna create a plan based on your availability. But if you do what we ask you to do, we give you the right homework, and you execute on this, and then you can have success. But if you're just trying to get knowledge and knowledge, you can become over-knowledged.
That's right.
And you get confused and lost, and you got 10 people telling you 10 different ways of doing real estate.
Right. And then you have all of your board contracts, the legalese, you know, and then you've also got the purchase and sales contracts that investors use. you know, we're gonna be going over the different types of contracts and purchase and sales agreements and addendums, and when would you use a board contract versus a two-page investor purchase and sales agreement. All of that is gonna be brought in. So you guys will have everything that you need. Any other questions? Think of?
Don't forget your first opportunity to either find a deal or bring a deal is Wednesday coming up. The deals meeting, 28th.
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Here we can-
Thanksgiving is next.
Next Wednesday, my bad. The 28th.
Even better, you have 2 weeks.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, 2
2
weeks. Well, first thing, I mean, just to give you some homework today, I would go and create a Craigslist account if you haven't. Create a Craigslist account.
Do
It's
you,
very simple, it's easy,
It's free.
it's free. You could even create two. Create one for, let's say, your buyer's marketing, and create one for your seller's marketing. And you can create one third one, create one for your wholesale deals. So your marketing stuff that you do for your buyers, like your retailer, you have that on this side. Stuff you're doing for listings, you have it on this account. So you have it all organized and broken up. So if somebody responds to you, you know, sellfast.com or whatever, you know, that's a seller. If somebody says first time home buyer, then it's a buyer. If somebody says a wholesaler, you want to create separate accounts that we can create your data separate. Start building a pipeline.
And so what they need to create the Craigslist account is an email address.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what it is. So you're probably gonna want 3 separate email addresses that you can have this stuff go to. And when you sit down and just go ahead and create them. Don't worry about why. Just go ahead and create them. There's a reason behind it. Get them set up. And after you get them set up, when you sit down in your first meeting, you're gonna go over what these Craigslist ads are going to do for you as part of your marketing. Okay, so just go ahead and create them, get them set up. It's free. All you're gonna do is go to Craigslist.com and create new account in the upper right. And it's your name. You create a username, email address. That's it.
And then look at different people's ads. Just do a Google search and look at review other people's ads.
Like, what would they Google?
Like go to Craigslist and under the search button, put in real estate. Or put in like cash deals or cash buyers. Review what other people are
That's a
saying
good idea.
and read their ads. You'll be like, oh, okay. And you'll notice the content. And then what I do is copy and paste the ones you like and just reword them. And therefore you don't have to come up with your own ads. Use the ads that are already working. The thing about Craigslist that really works is the headlines. The headline. Okay. The headline is what works. Just like CNN. It's the headline that captures you so you can stay throughout the commercial.
We call that a swipe folder.
Yep.
Thank you so
So get that, go through the Craigslist, grab the headlines, grab these ads, put them in the bucket, and start using some of these things.
So you just create a folder and literally just swipe information, copy and paste it. Like Sid said, you don't need to reinvent the
You
wheel,
don't need to
just
reinvent-
copy and paste it.
The goal is to make this as easy as possible. I mean, a lot of stuff that I'm doing, the stuff that Tammy's doing, we're gonna share these things with you so you don't have to reinvent. So you don't have to recreate. So you don't fall in the same pitfalls and mistakes. Right? It's to get to the money land.
The money line.
Right.
Good?
I like that. That's a good
Yes,
line.
right.
Let's maybe fast forward, but I was looking at, for a title company that does double closing, that type of thing. Do you all already have all that?
We have different title companies, and there's different title companies for different events.
Yep, and you've connected with Clint, and he's got your information, and you've got his information, and you guys know what you're doing, right? Super.
All right,
Yay!
welcome, man. Let's go.
Let's go!
All right.
New Year's, new things. New Year's, new things.
Money line.
Money land.
Money line.
Alright,